something I'd like to say to everybody out there. I want to welcome everyone to Brands Impact Being Candid Season 3. It's exciting. And this is in association with Purple Pink Films and Media Private Limited and co-powered by Toshi Automation Solutions. I am really excited to be here yet again.
Sometimes I'm labeled as a torchbearer of unhappy stories.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Tell us about this book.
I'll briefly speak about my journey, especially the times that I'm writing about, postmodern time. Postmodern is the time after the advent of the internet in our daily lives, which has altered our relationships with each other and the nature surrounding us radically. Well, I have been writing seriously since 2007, and all my books in various genres have been an exploration of different man-woman relationship in the urban milieu. In some of my fictional works, I have also explored alternative sexuality. I've dealt with depression, bitterness, solitude, melancholy, and various other darker emotions through my characters. Sometimes I'm labeled as a torchbearer of unhappy stories, but I believe there's a lot to learn about our life through unhappy stories, because of which I tell them continuously. I write for adults, and someday I hope to write happy literature for children and adolescents. At the end of the day, as there is more and more pace picking up in the modern day life and revolutionary changes that social media has inflicted on us, I find unhappiness all over. On one side, there is hyper-consumerism. On another side, there are hyper-aspirational people. And on another side, there are impoverishment and malnourishment. Sometimes I do not understand how to reconcile all these conflicting themes and migrate into happy literature. The discourse in the country is becoming more and more violent. So I've said a lot. Something from you?
The part where actually the funny part was when you called yourself the flag bearer of, did you say unhappy stories?
Yeah. Something like that, yes.
Yes, that was really funny. But I feel like, somewhere down the line, the truth as funny as we think it is, or as endearing that we think it is actually, it's the only thing that, like they say, as much as I'm kind of stating cliches, it's going to set you free. You are a free man, you speak the truth. So that's a good thing.
I'll end with a poem which I wrote today. I thought write it for you. The poem is titled God. I'll read out the poem. It's a very small poem.
Lovely.
Sometimes I think of God. What is it? I don't know, for I do not believe in it. Most of the times I do not think of God and suffer anxiety and panic. I imagine faith in God erases your anxiety and the blackness in your mind. The problem is, I do not know what God is. I would love God to have the face of my son or my ma. Perhaps then I would be able to restore faith in God. But the idea of God seems hollow when we have understood so much of space, gene, computing, intelligence, and so on and so forth. The question is, can man create consciousness? No, man cannot. For consciousness is a unique creation of nature, of portals of time and space, like a mathematical indeterminate equation. And consciousness flows like a mountain river through the nervous system. It is the nervous system that differentiates species from species. I never argue with the believer, for I know the idea of God gives her peace of mind. My restlessness stems from the fact that I am a non-believer, never able to reconcile my agitation with my search for tranquility. Thank you.
It's beautiful. It's painful, but it's beautiful.
Okay. Thank you.
No, I mean it in a good way, because that's the person you are. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's lovely meeting you, even if it was briefly. I wish you all the best. And
Thank
at
you
one
so
point,
much.
and at
I
some
wish you all
point,
the best as well.
and I'm hoping that you can put in the same amount of truth in writing happy stories for children. Children love stories.
Yeah,
Literally.
and I want to say goodbye to you, saying that I remember you from the times when you said on Barkha, that's We the People, that sex and SRK sells. I remember you from that time, just to show that I'm quite an old man today. I'm much older to you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.